Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all well out there today. Thanks to all the people in the chat so far. Please give me a thumbs up in the live stream chat if the volume is working. Can you guys hear me? Just let me know. You guys know the drill. Always need to sound check. Thank you, JJ Recon, for the thumbs up. This is the Super Bowl live stream. Today is um, Saturday, February 8th, 2025. This is the Decoding with Cody Super Bowl 59 live stream. Now, I'm hoping that we'll get some people to jump on after I'm done presenting. But before that, I'm gonna highlight a lot of different community people here. Been a lot of great decoders sharing a lot of great things. So if you're new to the channel, thank you so much. I've gotten 800 something subscribers in the last month. So thank you guys so much. 800 in a month. That's a lot for me. So anyone new to the channel, thank you guys so much for coming on board. And on this channel, we like numbers, we like connections, but here more than anything, we're like family, brothers, sisters in Christ, family. That's what we are, you know. So just so grateful for all of you, and to all the new people again, thank you guys so much. I got Joseph Aquaviva in the chat. Hello to you, brother. Make sure you guys go check out Joseph Aquaviva's channel. Got my brother Casey Golfing in the chat. Much love to you too, brother. Coffee Girl, thank you. Much love to you, Coffee Girl. You're always in here. Appreciate you. Hello to Scotty Do-Right. Hello to Clayton Moore. Hello to Juan Francis. Hello, Ali. Hello, Hill Has Eyes. Hello, One is Valid. Hello to Mama Sari. Much love to you. Yeah, thank you to all the people. So we got 102 in the chat, so that's a good start. Thank you guys for tuning in. But we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Again, this is the Super Bowl live stream. We're going to talk about some of the connections I've already made to the Super Bowl. If you guys have watched my prior videos, you guys have seen some of these connections, but we're going to go even deeper, and we're going to, see what the Super Bowl is really pointing to. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, this channel is all about finding connections. It's not just about numbers; it's about connections. It's about how this reality is scripted. If you want to call it a matrix, if you want to call it God's matrix, everything is numerically coded. Okay, so that is that's what we talk about here on this channel, and it's not just by the numbers; it's also symbolism, archetypes, um, symbols, right? Secret societies, the Bible. So everything's connected, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. So thanks to all the people in here. Hello to Chip, also. Nice to see you. Hello to JJ Recon and Barry. Hello, Barry, and hello, Brandon Joseph. Trying to say hello to everyone here before we get started. Hello, Numbers Weaving Reality. Another good channel to check out if you guys want. Yeah. So hello, Jessica. I see Jessica's in here. Hello to you as well. Sojourn 137, one of the moderators. Thank you once again for coming in. All right, so let's get started, guys. We got 145 of you in the chat. Again, if somebody wants to come on, at the end of my presentation, I'm going to have an open panel so people can jump on and talk about some of their findings with the Super Bowl. So anyone who has Super Bowl findings, please come on after I present and share what you found, okay? And please keep it on topic. Please keep it on the Super Bowl topic or on the Pi Day eclipse, okay? Those are the topics. So yeah, let's try to keep it on topic if we're gonna have shares, because I don't want to be on too long. It's late here, and I'm in Bosnia, so it's a bit late, so I don't want to be on all night. But yeah, so that's what's gonna happen after I present. Okay. All right. So I kind of wanted to do a more of a community thing here today because this is all about community. And as you guys can see on the screen here, I have lots of different channels that you guys are going to want to check out. All right. First of all, we have the foundational channel of this knowledge. One of the foundational channels, Gematrinator 85. He is the creator of the Gematrinator calculator, and he is a big part of these changes. Okay. So if you guys are not subscribed to Gematrinator 85, please do so. Again, without him, we wouldn't have these awesome tools. So go subscribe to Derek at Gematrinator 85. Also, one of the people in this decode who I'm going to talk about their information, another up-and-coming decoder whose channel is growing, Decoding Our Reality. He has 2.292K subs. Let's get him up, guys. Let's get him to at least 3K by the end of this stream. Okay? But yeah, I'm going to talk about decoding our reality's finds in this video. He helped a lot. Okay, Joseph Aquaviva, one of my best friends on YouTube. Lots of collaboration with him. Great channel. He was just live, so make sure you go check out his channel. Okay, The Illusion, amazing, amazing decoder, and The Illusion. He doesn't get enough credit. He has 12.5 subs, but he should be getting way more views. Okay, so let's go watch his videos, give him some support. Okay. Another channel that hasn't posted in a while, but one you guys want to make sure you subscribe to, Lambda 115. Okay. Amazing decoder. Whenever he does post, it's always amazing. Okay. I don't have the links to drop, but if anyone wants to drop their links, please do so. Also, Widow's Son. I haven't talked to Sean for a while, but at the very bottom there, you can see the channel Widow's Son. Please go subscribe to his channel. He's doing amazing decoding of his organic life. And Sean is, again, amazing decoder. I used to have him on here all the time. So Widow's Son, good channel. Amazing, amazing decoder. Also, at the top here, 7-1. This channel, he hasn't posted in a bit, but again, another channel that has amazing knowledge, amazing info. So make sure you guys go check out 7-1. Okay. Zenith of the Alpha. Okay. Another great decoder who's often in here. I don't know if he's in here now, but again, same thing for all these people. Great decoders. And Zifrin, another great decoder. Make sure you check out his channel. We got Numbers Weaving Reality. I saw he's already in here. So make sure you guys go subscribe to him. We have Dr. Savage, another amazing, amazing decoder. I'm going to share some of his stuff in this decode. So make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. And Jurassic Liars, Elvis 61184 down here at the very bottom. Hopefully you guys can see all these channels. But yeah, these are all the channels that help me and help the community. So please go subscribe to them, help them out, give them some views. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's jump into the decode. All right, so the Super Bowl is on February 9th, 2025. Okay, this date can be written 2/9/25. And we're going to talk about the mathematical number pi. You know the number 3.141. Okay. Thank you, Sojourn, for trying to keep up, and thank you, Mama Sari, for trying to keep up. But you guys don't have to post all of them in there if you don't want, but thank you guys for trying. I appreciate that. So anyway, pi is all about 3.14. It's about the mathematics of a circle, okay? And this year's Super Bowl is connected to American Pie, the song, and is connected to the airplane crashes and the airplane crash called The Day the Music Died, which inspired the song American Pie, okay? Now, notice that the Super Bowl is on a perfect day for pi, right? Look at this, 2/9/25. In the base two ciphers of ordinal gematria in English, which is just 1 A through Z, 1 through 26, right? In the reverse, the word pi equals 29 and 25. Okay? Just like the date of the Super Bowl, 29/25. Okay? Now, remember, I told you this is connected to the day the music died, the plane crash back in February 3rd, 59. Okay, this is the crash that inspired the song American Pie. And remember, from the airplane crash, the day the music died, to the Super Bowl is 66 years and 6 days, 666. Well, the number pi has a huge connection to the number 666. And why is that? because in Jewish or Latin gematria, one of the most important ciphers in gematria, according to Derek from Gematrinator, mathematics of the circle, which that's what pi is, equals 666. And again, from the day the music died to the Super Bowl, 666. Now, if we use the Fibonacci sequence, which is the phi, the golden ratio, and we type in the word American pi, as in pi, like the mathematical number, the mathematical constant pi, look at what you get, guys. American pi equals 666. Okay? So you can think of a circle, you can think of completion, and in gematria, another thing to add here is that America equals 50 and 32. You see the 50 and the 32? Just like circle equals 50 and 32. So America is even coded in the base two ciphers of gematria. It matches circle, okay? And again, pi is a mathematical constant of the circle. And again, American pi equals 666. From the crash, the day the music died, to the Super Bowl is 666, and mathematics of the circle equals 666. Now, remember, this American Pie song, even though it's spelled with the E at the end, is a clear reference to the number pi, right? Because it sounds the same, right? Pie sounds the same as the pie, like the food. And of course, a pie that you eat, it comes in a circle, right? So it's completely connected. But remember, the song American Pie was debuted on Pi Day, 314, March 14th, Pi Day, is the debut of the song American Pie. And where was it debuted at? It was debuted in Philadelphia. And the Super Bowl this year features Philadelphia. America, America, right? The flag is sewn in Philadelphia, the Declaration of Independence signed in Philadelphia, the Liberty Bell is in Philadelphia, right? And but what are the chances that American Pie was debuted on Pi Day in Philadelphia? Okay, and again, I told you, as I said, this year's Super Bowl with Philadelphia is on 2925, which is the two gematria of pi. Pi equals 29 and 25. But remember how I told you that this crash was 66 years and 6 days before the Super Bowl this year. And remember, we've had all these plane crashes happening. This is why. We've had all the plane crashes. We had the plane crash in Philadelphia. We had the plane crash in Washington, D.C. that hit the American Eagle plane, right? And the Eagles are the team in Philadelphia. We just had a crash yesterday in Brazil, and the season started out in Brazil with the Eagles, right? And Joseph Aquaviva, he covered that on his last live stream, so make sure you guys go check that out. But look at this. From American Pie, the song debuting on Pi Day in 1971 to the Super Bowl is 666 lunar phases, which just means phases of the moon, and 23 days. So it's in the 666th month since the debut of American Pie on Pi Day in Philadelphia. And of course, this game is featuring the Philadelphia Eagles, who can become, if they lose the Super Bowl, they can become 666 and 666. And again, American Pi equals 666. Just like mathematics of the circle equals 666, and the plane crash to the Super Bowl is 666, okay? So I know this isn't a perfect measurement. It's not exactly 666 lunar phases from the song debut on Pi Day to the Super Bowl, but it's in the 666 month, right? And remember, this all started on the day that Trump was inaugurated. The moon landing was the supposed fake moon landing was 666 months old exactly on Trump's inauguration, okay? So this all connects to the moon, which is a circle in the sky, right? Like pi. Now, why is pi so important right now? Why is everything pi so important? Well, because exactly 33 days after the Super Bowl, we will have a very important blood moon lunar eclipse. And this blood moon lunar eclipse just so happens to fall on Pi Day. Again, this is the day that the song American Pie debuted in Philadelphia, Pi Day. So 33 days after the Super Bowl, the blood moon will come on Pi Day. And look at what Pi Day eclipse equals, guys. Pi Day eclipse, 666. I mean, wow, 33. We know how big the 33 is. 33 days after the Super Bowl, on Pi Day, a Pi Day eclipse will take place, and Pi Day eclipse equals 666. Just like mathematics of the circle. And again, pi is the mathematics of a circle. It's part of the mathematics of the circle, okay? So, and the 33 is obviously important because the 33 is the master number, the highest degree of Freemasonry. Okay, so put that all together. American Pie equals 666, 666 lunar phases after the song debuted on Pi Day, 666 years and 6 days after the day the music died, and again, Pi Day eclipse equals 666. So again, don't forget from the crash to the Super Bowl is 666, and the Eagles can become 666 and 666 in the Super Bowl if they lose. Again, I'm not making any clear predictions here, but I'm still leaning towards the Chiefs. But do not be surprised if they. Here's what I think, guys. There's a lot of people in this community, in the decoder community, that are on the Chiefs. Even me. I also leaning towards the Chiefs. However, I think it would piss off the community, a lot of the people in the community, and make a lot of people look bad if somehow the Eagles were to win. Okay? Because there's a lot of people in the decoding community that are on the Chiefs. Okay? Which they have every right to be. The three-peat riddle for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs is almost hard to go against, okay? Including for me. But again, I'm not a sports bettor, so I have no money in the game here. But if you're a sports bettor, don't come to this channel to get your sports bet. This channel is not about betting on sports, okay? If you want to go find people who bet on sports, there's other channels in the community who decode sports, okay? So go take their advice. Don't take mine. But isn't it interesting, guy, that we've had all these plane crashes, right? And American Pie is based off the plane crash in 1959. And don't forget, this is Super Bowl 59, and the day the music died happened in 1959. Well, isn't it interesting that a lot of the definitions that you can find, if you look up the definition of a circle, look at what it says. A circle is a closed plane curve consisting of all points at a given distance from the point within it's called the center. So just look it up, guys. Look up the definition of a circle, and a lot of times you're going to see them use the word plane in the definition for a circle. So maybe that explains why they called the song American Pie based off the plane crash in 1959. Because even in the definition of a circle, you get the plane connection, right? It's definitely interesting. Now, remember, I told you the day the music died, the plane crash happened in 1959. This is Super Bowl 59. The string of pi goes like this: 3.14159. Most of the time you hear people say the number pi, you hear 3.141. They stop at the 59, right? 59. So here's your Super Bowl number, 59. Here's pi. It's the fourth digit after the decimal in pi, 59. So I don't think that's a coincidence, guys, considering also the day the music died happened in the year 1959. So just keep that in mind as we go through, because 59 is right at the beginning of pi. And just another person in the chat right now, just a slice of pie. Obviously, somebody who's very connected with somebody who does a lot of research on pi. He's writing in the chat that 1 times 4 times 1 times 5 times 9 equals 180, which of course is half of a circle. That's interesting. All right, but here's how I can show you clearly that there's a pi riddle going on at the Super Bowl. Why is that? Because the guy that they chose to be the halftime Super Bowl performer is connected perfectly with both quarterbacks on both teams with the number 314. Look at this. Kendrick Lamar, the Super Bowl halftime performer, was born exactly 3,014 days before the star quarterback of the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Big shout out to Dramachinator85 for this one. So let that sink in for a second. Look at the 0 here as point, right? 0.14, 3.14. It's literally pi, okay? Now look at this. The Eagles quarterback, Jalen Hurts, was born 314 days before Kendrick Lamar's birthday. So both quarterbacks are connected with the 314 and the halftime performer. All right? It's a perfect one here, right? And wait till I show you how this is all connected to Donald Trump and the 314. So just keep this slide in mind as we go through, because I'm going to show you this number again with the 3014 days, and I'll show you how that matters. Now, now we're going to talk about 9/11, okay? Because the number 119 or 911 is very connected with pi. Remember, on the very same day that the two towers went down on 9/11/01, there was a book that was released, and it just so happened to be called Life of Pi. On the same day, guys, 9/11/2001 Life of Pi releases, the same day the Twin Towers get taken down, okay? And if we go from 9/11, the release of Life of Pi, and 9/11 to the Super Bowl, it's exactly 313 sidereal months. So what that means is, because you've completed 313 moon months, so this is if you're measuring with the moon, guys, measuring in sidereal moon months. If you measure from 9/11 to the Super Bowl, it's exactly 313. Yes, and 313. And Dr. Savage, you're in the chat. I'm going to talk about your Purim stuff more towards the end and how it connects to the 65. But not only does the 313 connect to Philadelphia, because 313 is the 65th prime number, and Philadelphia equals 65. I did a whole decode on the 65 and 313 with Philadelphia. But because this is the exact beginning of the 313th month from 9/11 to the Super Bowl, that means that it's technically the start of the 314th month orbit of the moon since 9/11. So think about that. Since 9/11/2001, the Super Bowl is on the exact start of the 314th month if you measure it with the moon, okay? That is interesting, because that again points us to this riddle where I just showed you this whole Super Bowl has pies, right? Now, another thing to bring up here is, somebody already mentioned this in the chat, but notice how the date 9/11 could also be written 9/2 if you add the ones up, which you're not in master number, you don't have to add the ones, you can leave it at 11. But if you were to add the ones, you would get 9/2. So 9/11 is like 9/2. Well, the Super Bowl is on a date that can be written 9/2. Okay, so that connects with the 314th month since 9/11. But here's how we connect to Donald Trump, guys. And we're going to connect this to a lot of other things too. But Donald Trump, when he won his first election, it was on November 8th, 2016. But if you look it up, it became very clear that Trump was going to win the election on November 9th, 2016. Now, November 9th is the 314th day of the year. That's the day that it was clear that Trump was going to win and become he's going to win his first presidency in 2016. What's crazy about that is check out this. Why do you think they say in the song, "Bye bye, Miss American Pie"? Do you guys hear what I'm saying there? As in a woman, it's saying "Bye bye, Miss." Well, Trump is famous for winning two elections, both of them versus a miss or woman. Now, check this out. From the day the music died, Plane Crash, which inspired the song American Pie, to the day Donald Trump was the clear winner of the election, was 3014 weeks and 1 day. That's literally pi. 3 point is like 0141 to Trump's win. And if you go from Trump's win to the upcoming Super Bowl with all the pies, it's 3,014 days. Okay? So this falls right in the center of the plane crash and the Super Bowl. And on both sides, you have the 3014. And I just showed you back here that the quarterback who's going to be starring in the Super Bowl was born 3014, like 3.14 after the halftime performer. Okay? So you see those, right? And now you see this. This should blow your mind. Let me know in the chat if this blows your mind, because look at this. From last year's election on November 5th to the Super Bowl is also, if you measure with the moon, it's 3 months and 14 days. And he beat the woman, the miss, in both of these elections. And both these things align with the 314, right? And again, we've had all the plane crashes, we have all the pie stuff connecting to this Super Bowl, and Trump will be the first president to be at this Super Bowl. I forgot to even mention that, guys. Trump has announced that he will be the first sitting president to show up at this Super Bowl. Why is that? Because it's all lined up with his first election where he beat Hillary, and also where he just beat Kamala. Now, remember, I told you that the Super Bowl is exactly 313 sidereal months, or the start of the 314th sidereal since 9/11. But look at this, guys. This connects us to the Bible. So let's talk about the Bible. Revelation 9:11 equals 314, guys. If you type it out, Revelation 9:11 equals 314. Now, the 314th day of the year on a leap year is November 9th, which could be written 9/11 or 11/9. Now, what does it talk about in Revelation 9:11? It says, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon," like a bad Donald, "but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon," like Apollo. And look at what Apollo equals in Fibonacci. Apollo. And don't forget, Trump has a picture of Apollo in his apartment, right? Apollo equals 666. American Pie equals 666. Now, notice again that when you type out Revelation 9:11, it equals 314. That's pi. Now, if you measure on the calendar, some days, not all the time, but sometimes if you measure 3 years and 14 days on the if you measure 3 years and 14 days, you're going to end up with 1109 days. Okay, so 314 can equal 1109 days. And again, that goes perfectly with the fact that Revelation 9:11 equals 314. And remember, I told you that Life of Pi, the book, came out on the same day as 9/11 happened. Okay, so I'm just building this connection with 314 and pi, building it up. But how's Trump connected to this? Well, Trump, again, in Revelation 9/11, it mentions a bad Don, like a bad Donald, right? He's born on June 14th. If you take the whole gematria of the book of Revelation 9/11, you're going to get 614. So again, Trump, born 614, the whole verse of 9/11 Revelation adds up to 614, Trump's birthday. And what is 614, guys? It's Flag Day. The American Flag Day. That's the day they celebrate Flag Day, is the same day as Trump's birthday. Now remember, Trump, he became the 45th and the 47th president. If you add the numbers 4 plus 5 and 4 plus 7, you get the numbers 9 and 11. Okay, so this connects us back to Trump's birthday and Flag Day, and then it connects us to the 45-47, which is the 9 and 11, which is Revelation 9/11. Okay. Now, Trump, the patriarch of the Trump family is Frederick Trump. And notice they changed his name, guys. Wikipedia literally changed this guy's name. They used to have his name listed as Frederick Christ Trump, but they've taken the Christ out of his name. Wow, isn't that symbolic? Wikipedia has taken the Christ out of Trump's grandfather's name. Interesting. Because I can assure you guys that they used to have the name Christ in here as his middle name, but it's not there anymore. But look at this. Look who was born on Pi Day. The patriarch of the Trump family was supposedly born on Pi Day, March 14th, 1869, in Bavaria, where the Bavarian Illuminati was founded. And that means that this Pi Day eclipse coming up on March 14th will be the 156th birthday of Trump's grandfather, if he was still alive. And what's 156, guys? Well, 9/11 is the 156th prime number. So Trump's grandfather, the patriarch of the Trump family, will turn 156 years old on Pi Day, and that's 9/11 is the 156th prime number. It's just interesting, right? Like all these 9/11 connections, and now Trump's grandfather, he's going to turn 156 years old on Pi Day, the blood moon. And don't forget, Trump was born on a blood moon on June 14th, 1946. Now, big shout out to Luca Russo on X or Twitter. He found this. There's this very famous movie called Black Sunday, where it's a terrorist attack on the Super Bowl, and the blimp runs into the power lighting. Do you see how the blimp is running into the lights, as in knocking out the lights? Do you guys understand what this is talking about? Black Sunday, they have the blimp running into the lights, as in taking out the power. Now remember, the Super Bowl this year is in New Orleans. In 2013, the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, and there was a blackout at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. This book, the book that is written, okay, I got to show you guys this. The book that was written called Black Sunday, it's about an attack at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Let's just look it up. And look who wrote the book Black Sunday. Harris. Trump just beat a woman named Harris. And a guy named Harris wrote the book Black Sunday. But let's read about this book, about this. Michael Lander is a pilot who flies Aldrich Blimp over the NFL football games to film them for the network television. He also secretly deranged by years of torture as a prisoner of the Vietnam. But let's just read this. So he flies his blimp. Okay, it's talking about the terrorist group Black September, right? And it's talking about the Palestinians, guys. What's going on right now in the world? You have all this stuff with the Palestinians. Now, this attack happens at Tulane Stadium in the book. Where is Tulane Stadium located? In New Orleans, Louisiana. Where is the Super Bowl this year? It's in New Orleans, Louisiana. Where did the lights go out for Super Bowl 47 in Louisiana, right? And this book or this movie shows the blimp hitting the lights. You see it? I never even noticed this before, but it literally shows the balloon hitting the lights, guys. I mean, how much more obvious does it need to be? The last time the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, the lights went out during the game. Now, look, if you measure from this movie, April 1st, 1977, to the Super Bowl this year in New Orleans, it's 47 years, 45 days. Well, Trump is the 47th and the 45th president, and he will be the first president to attend the Super Bowl as the acting president. I mean, wow. But look at this, guys. Not only is it 47 years and 45 weeks, like Trump was 47 and 45. Look how many years and days from the movie release to the Super Bowl is 47 years, 47 years and 314 days. There's your pi again, guys. Wow. I mean, come on. You're telling me Trump is the 47th president? He's going to be the first president to be at the Super Bowl, and it's going to be 47, like he's the 47th, and 314 days after the movie release. Look how YouTube is trolling me right now. I have 314 in the chat, or 315 in the chat. One off from 314. But look at this craziness, guys. Not only is this movie 47 years, 314 days before the Super Bowl, the Goodyear in the movie they fly the Goodyear blimp, right? The Goodyear retired their last true blimp on Pi Day. Look, right there. Spirit of Innovation, Goodyear's last true blimp was retired on March 14, 2017. Pi Day. What do you think about that one? What are the chances they retired the blimp on Pi Day? And look at this, guys. The gematria. Let me just pull it up. The gematria of the company, Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. What does that equal? It equals 314. Who is the founder of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company? Who is the founder? Frank Seiberling. What's his full name? Franklin Augustus Seiberling. What's his full name equal? 314. I mean, wow. They retired their last true blimp on 314, and the name of their company equals 314, and the founder of the company equals 314, and the Super Bowl was 314 days after the blimp hitting the lights in the movie Black Sunday. I mean, this is wild, guys. Again, what are the chances the guy that founded the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company equals 314? And think about what this company's about, guys. What is Goodyear about? Tires, wheels, circles. Just think about what a tire is, right? It's a circle. Let me try to pull it up here. Hold on. Of course, you guys know what a tire is, but my computer's malfunctioning. Hold on. Something's going wrong here. Something's messed up. Shoot, guys. Something's happening. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know in the chat if you guys can still hear me. How about now? How's it going? Can you guys hear me? Checking, testing, one, two. I don't know, guys. This is weird. All right. Okay, good. I'm back. Anyways, I don't know what's been going on lately. I got cut off of my last live stream, and now this one almost cut out. All right. Thanks, guys, for the thumbs up. All right. Okay. Everyone says I'm back. So, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Can anyone remind me? What was I saying? Uh, oh, tires. Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about Goodyear company, right? You notice how it always goes back to Germans? It always goes back to Germany, man. I'm telling you. It always goes back to freaking Germany. It's always Germans. Um, but yeah, Goodyear. Goodyear makes tires, right? Like circles, like pi, the mathematics of a circle. Um, and look at the logo for Goodyear. It has the shoes with the wings. Let me know in the chat if you guys know what this symbol is for. Do you go? Who is the? What is this symbol for? Who does this symbol represent? Give me a name in the chat. This is chat participation time. Why is there a shoe with a wing? What mythological figure? Yeah, Hermes, Mercury. Yeah, thank you. And I already made a whole decode about Mercury and Hermes. Yeah, you could say that Hermes or Mercury is Satan. I mean, you could say that because he's the trickster, right? The deceiver. And if you guys haven't seen my decode about St. Patrick's Day, well, there's a huge riddle for something going down on St. Patrick's Day, or maybe, like Dr. Savage is saying in the chat, maybe a few days before that on Pi Day. But anyway, Goodyear. Let me pull up my slides again. Just to reiterate all this stuff, because I got cut out. Again, from the release of Black Sunday, which features a blimp running into the lights, the Goodyear blimp, they ended their last true blimp was retired on March 14th. From the movie to the Super Bowl was 47 years, 314 days. And again, the name of the company. Look at this. I got 314 in the chat, guys. Somebody screenshot that. I screenshotted it. All right. See, that's what I mean. This is a joke, guys. Every day I do a stream, there's always the number I'm talking about in the chat. And how often do I have 314 people in a chat? Not often. And just how it just so happens that YouTube is saying that I have 314 people in the chat right now. Go back and watch my last 10 live streams. I have not had 314 people in the chat in the last 10 live streams. And just now, I have 314. Do you guys see it? Is anyone else seeing this? I hope the rest of you guys are seeing it. I hope it's just not me. It's still there. It's still at 314. Now it's at 315. Anyways, it's just wild, man. I haven't had 314 people in the chat for so long. And now just today they decide to say I have 314 in here. It's a joke, man. All right. Anyways, so I just wanted to make a point here that from the retirement of the Goodyear blimp to the Pi Day eclipse is exactly 8 years, right? And we know how big the number 8 is. You know, the Pope will be 88 years and 88 days old. So let me show you this, guys. Again, big shout out to Dr. Savage in the chat. He's the one that I think brought this up first. So the Pope was born on December 17th, 1936. If you go to Pi Day this year, the Pope will be 88 years and 88 days old. 88 years, 88 days old on Pi Day. Now, I just told you that Pi Day will be exactly 8 years after Goodyear retired their last true blimp. Also, what does blimp equal, guys? Let me just show you something. Notice how blimp equals Pope. So Dr. Savage, you might want to. Dr. Savage has been talking about maybe the Pope dying on Pi Day, which that would be interesting. But look at this. The blimp is going to retire the blimp was retired exactly 8 years before Pi Day, right? And they call it a blimp, right? And blimp equals Pope. Not only does blimp equal Pope, blimp equals Trump and equals what else does it equal? Hold on a second. Let's see. Notice that that blimp equals Trump in two ciphers, 2529, kind of like pi. We're talking about Pi Day, right? All right, so pi equals 2529, Trump 2529, blimp 2529, Pope 25. All right, and of course, blimp and Pope also have that. So we're talking about Pi Day, 8 years after the retirement of the blimp from Goodyear, okay? Which is all about tires and wheels, like pi, circles. And that brings us to why this is all connected to the good old Israel. So the state of Israel was born on May 14th, 1948, okay? May 14th, 1948. There's a very important pi riddle here with the founding of Israel. Because Israel was founded when the moon was in lunation 314. And Trump just received a golden beeper, golden pager from Israel. So this is very important, guys, because not only was Israel founded in lunation 314, the day they were founded on, May 14th, is actually the third month. In the old calendar, May used to be the third month. So technically, you could say that the day that they were founded is the third month and the 14th day of the old calendar. So you could say that this not only were they founded in lunation 314, they were also founded on a day which could be 314. So, but how does this connect? So now we're going to bring up Dr. Savage. I believe he has some posts here, and this is Dr. Savage other channel because he had to create another channel. But we're going to talk about Purim. And don't forget, the day after Pi Day is March 15th, and this whole Super Bowl is tied to Caesar. And when was Caesar killed? Okay, so this whole Caesar thing is obvious. Let's just start with the Caesar thing, okay? I'm just going to start with the Caesar thing, Dr. Savage, and then I'm gonna kind of go through this. But Caesar was supposedly killed by 40 Roman senators, okay? The Super Bowl, all right? Let me just bring it up. The Super Bowl this year is on 2/9. It's on the 40th day of the year, okay? You see how 40th day of the year. Now, where's the stadium it's in? It's in Caesar's Superdome. Caesar, right? Now, what does Julius Caesar equal? If you if you don't spell it absolutely wrong, it equals 40. Julius Caesar. Okay. Notice how Julius Caesar equals 40, right? Kind of like Mercury. So that's another one to keep in mind. Mercury equals 40, right? Now, Mercury and Julius Caesar equaling 40 is interesting because, again, the Super Bowl is on the 40th day of the year and it's in Caesar's Superdome. Now, Caesar was supposedly killed by 40 Roman senators on March 15th, which is one day after Pi Day. This whole decode's about pi. So that's interesting, right? Um, Now let's go back. Hold on a second. And again, big shout out to Dr. Savage. So Dr. Savage found something really big, guys. Again, what is Purim? We got to know what Purim is. And I saw Archaics talk about this actually a few weeks ago. But Purim is the Jewish holiday that commemorates the saving of the Jewish people from annihilation at the hands of the official, I don't know how to say that, named Haman. So, and this is connected to the book of Esther. Joseph Aquaviva says Brazil equals 40, and there was the plane crash in Brazil where the Eagles started the season. Yeah. Dr. Savage says, look at the span from Trump's head wound to 315 in lunar phases. 8 lunar phases, 8 days. Okay, yeah, let's look at that. Don't forget, guys, Trump got his head wound. I forgot to even say this. Um, Julius Caesar birthday. Look how it says Julius Caesar's birthday could be July 13th. Didn't Trump get his ear shot on July 13th? So not only is it, he going to be in Caesar's arena, he technically got his earshot on Caesar's birthday. Some people say July 13th is the birthday. So again, we're talking about Purim, or Purim, I think is how you say it. But this year, 2025, it's on the 13th and 14th of March, which is Pi Day. And this is very rare, guys. Purim does not normally fall on Pi Day. Okay, so this is very rare. Now, what is Purim? Again, let me just look up Purim costumes. I got to go all the way back, apparently. Hold on. So it's the day that they dress up. Okay, it's like Halloween in a way. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's some actually more crazy costumes you can find, but I don't want to go searching for all those. Yeah, I'm gonna show them the cookie thing. Hold on a second. Let me find the cookie thing. I'm just going through all this because Dr. Savage shared it all. Man, you can barely read this stuff. I thought it would be easier. Okay, so here, what did they do on Purim? This refers to the pastry associated with the Jewish Purim. The name refers to Haman, the villain in the Purim story. In Hebrew, Haman Tashin, also known as the Ozanai Haman, meaning Haman's ear. All right, so Purim is not only connected to the Jewish Purim, but it's also connected to where um they eat the Haman's ears. So we all know what happened with Trump's ear. I don't know if you can see it, but let me look up Hamantash. Let me just look at that. So here's the Hamantash, right? The ear. And there's probably something with this. Let me just see what this equals. Oh my goodness. Hamantash equals blackout, guys. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. You guys know I've been talking about a blackout in March for almost a year and a half now. And we're talking about the movie Black Sunday. We're talking about the lights going out where the blimp hits the lights. Now, again, we can't ever be 100% sure there's going to be a blackout in March, but I don't know, man. It just seems interesting. It seems all perfect in March. There's a few days I have in March that there could be a blackout. And I don't know how big the blackout would be. I don't know where it will be. I don't know how big it will be, but just watch for blackouts. I don't know where or when, but it could be coming. So yeah, the Hamantash, which is called Haman's ear. Let's see what that equals. Okay. 99 is interesting because there's a huge 99 riddle with the Super Bowl, but I don't really want to get into it. Anyway, let's go back to Dr. Savage post. So he talks about the ear, Haman's ear, and as Dr. Savage, as I showed you guys early in the decode, from 9/11 to the Super Bowl this year is 313 sidereal months. Well, 313 is the 65th prime number, okay? And Philadelphia is the 65 city. And what Dr. Savage did here is in Greek, if you take the Greek gematria of this verse, right? And you plug it into the calculator, it equals 2081, which is the 313th, right? The 313th prime, right? So 313 is huge here. When did the Pope become Pope, right? Pope Francis became Pope on 313 in 2013. Remember, the Blackout Bowl happened the same year Pope Francis became Pope. Now, the feast, okay, so Purim is also known as the Feast of Lots. And look at this, guys. Donald Trump equals Feast of Lots in a lot of ciphers. Okay. So that is interesting in itself with the and you know what's interesting about the 138s here is if you type in Life of Pi, remember how Life of Pi came out on 9/11? Notice how Life of Pi equals 138, like Donald Trump, 138. Notice how Blood Moon equals 138, and it's a blood moon right before this. So Donald Trump, 138. Feast of Lots, 138. So let's just look at all the 138s. So again, we have Life of Pi connecting to the Pi Day. Blood Moon is on Pi Day. Donald Trump equals Feast of Lots, and the next day after Pi Day is Purim, which is called Feast of Lots. Okay, which is known as Feast of Lots. So, and it's about ears, right? Haman's ear. The life of pi equals 666. And what cipher? I already showed how life of pi equals 666. The life of pi. Ah, interesting. Yeah, it does. It equals 666. So if you type in the life of pi, it equals 666. If you type in life of pi, um, what cipher was that? Yeah, I don't remember now. What was it that I showed? Hold on. Oh, American pi equals 666. I forgot. American pi, if you spell it with the pi, equals 666. Um, so yeah, I mean, Dr. Savage, is there anything else did I miss something? I don't know. I don't know if yeah, the Bears owner just died with the team has 666 losses. All right, guys, so I don't want to make the stream too long. So is there anyone in the chat who wants to jump on and share some things about the Super Bowl? Is there anyone that has a decode, has anything to add? Um, raise your hand in the chat if anyone wants to jump on. And again, let's keep our presentations to about 10 or 15 minutes each person. That way we can get through this and I'm not up too late. But let's see if oh, Jurassic Liars is in here. Hold on. Jurassic Liars. Hold on. Super Bowl 59 and pi connections. 3 plus 14 is 17, and 3 times 14 is 42. 17 plus 42 is 59. Trump gets his head wound in Ohio, 17th state, and 17th prime is 59. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect with the 59 and the pi connection. Yeah, and that's why the Goodyear blimp, that's why the Goodyear blimp. Where's Goodyear from? Look at where Goodyear is founded. Ohio. Akron, right near Cleveland, right near the 216 area code. Right? And August 4th, Obama's birthday is the 216 day of the year, the head wound day. So that is interesting. And Goodyear, of course, I just made all the connections to Goodyear. Let me see if I can find that slide. Right there. Again, the Goodyear blimp, or from the movie Black Sunday to the Super Bowl, is 47 years, 314 days. Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, 314. The founder of the company, Franklin Augustus Sieberling, 314. Widow's Son's in the chat, another guy. Again, I'm going to go to the channels, guys. Got everyone in here today. So here's all the channels. Make sure you guys go sub to all the channels. But Widow's Son is saying 1759 to the Pi eclipse is 66 years and 66 days. All right, let's look at that. One 17. Wait, what is it? Shoot. 1759. Oh wow. Good one. So do you see what he did there? He took the 59, because 17 is, or 59 is the 17th prime. We're coming up on Super Bowl 59. So 1759 to the Pi eclipse, 66 years and 66 days. That's wild. And don't forget, pi is connected to the 59 because 59 is right there in the string of pi. Like Super Bowl 59. So sorry guys, I missed it. Does anyone in the chat want to jump on? Let me just drop the link, okay? I'm going to drop the link. Whoever wants to jump on, just jump on. If anyone wants to. If no one wants to, I guess we'll just go ahead and we'll chat a bit more and then we'll just end it. All right, so the link is in the chat, I believe. Is it in the chat? Did it go in there? Huh. Yeah, it's in the chat. All right. So thank you to all the people in the chat right now. Thank you to Widow's Son for that amazing find. Thank you to Dr. Savage for his amazing work. Visionary Vet, another great decoder. All right, so we got some people jumping on. Again, guys, if you guys want to jump on, hit the link in the chat. We got Casey Jones. What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you just fine.
All right. Can everyone in the chat hear Casey right now? I just want to check and make sure that everything's working with the. Give me a thumbs up, everyone. Anyone else want to come on? I dropped the link also. All right. Okay. Thumbs up for you, Casey. So what do you have to add to this?
Oh, not a lot, really.
I know you were talking about you were talking about something with the August 29th date, weren't you? Or the 829?
Oh, August. Well, oh shoot. If the date to date, that's 8290 days. That from some of our fears to the Super Bowl is 8290. Right. And you were talking about the 145s in your last video, so
right.
Yeah.
So that was 2002.
Yeah.
What was the release date again? I can't remember.
Shoot. It's like
Hold on.
May 31st.
Yep,
Mhm.
May 31st,
Yeah.
2002 to the Super Bowl. Yeah, 829. Okay. So, and this goes perfectly with my last decode, guys. Look at that. I got 314 in the chat again. That's funny. We also got another guy here. Whoops. I guess he's gone again. Anyway. All right. So 829. And if you drop the 0, you get 829. And that's the 145th prime number. And the reason that's important and this is from the day that the Sum of All Fears released. And if you guys didn't see my last video about that, you might be a bit confused. But so the reason that's important is because the 145 is how many days. So 829 days after Sum of All Fears is 145 prime. Well, Patrick Mahomes, the star quarterback, his birthday is also where they blew up the pagers on September 17th is also 145 days before the Super Bowl. So
Hey,
it lines up perfectly.
hey, Cody,
And that's
real.
also, go ahead, Casey.
Just real quick. I need to hop off. Um, 829 is 145th prime. Really, all I wanted to remind you about was the Adam Sandler riddle with Happy Gilmore in the
Right.
in the opening scene of the film. He goes to his apartment. It's apartment number 701, and he had just so happens to turn 701 months old tomorrow. Happy Gilmore is 145. It's interesting that it ties in because Happy Gilmore is 145. Lee Trevino is 145. He was a golfer that was in the.
Are you still there? I think we lost you.
Got me?
You're
So,
back
yeah.
now.
Okay, Adam Sandler born 1,045 days before the moon landing. And all those 145s are courtesy of Derek. I think
Wait,
he
Adam Sandler's born 145 before the moon landing?
1,045 days, yeah.
Okay.
And Happy Gilmore and Lee Trevino has that 145 gematria. But yeah, man, I'll leave it there. Hopefully somebody else will hop on.
Yeah, man. Okay. Are you sick? You sound a bit sick.
Oh, I'm just tired, man. I picked up that second job at FedEx, so I'm just
I
worn out.
see. Yeah, you're working your butt off, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks for coming on and adding that because I wanted to cover the Happy Gilmore thing, but I need to make some slides on that actually. So, um, but yeah, I'll probably try to look more into it. Maybe I'll try to put out a decode tomorrow before the Super Bowl about that.
Oh yeah, no big deal. I'll just you know maybe something will happen concerning him, or maybe it won't. But yeah, man, I'll let you go. Oh yeah, I think I sent you a message on Discord. The moon occults Mars tomorrow, and I did notice something I looked up during this live is that if you go from the song by U2, Sunday Bloody Sunday, the release of that song to tomorrow is the 51st pentagonal number.
Oh, really?
Mars is 51, Moon is 51, and so I think that song released is like three. Yeah, it was March 21st, 1983.
Yeah, I keep thinking about this Mars thing because there's also a huge riddle with Mars too, because as we've shown, with the 325 and what you just said.
Right.
So I'm just wondering what the moon occulting Mars could symbolize there. But I guess we'll see what happens. But Let's see. Are you still there? Did I lose you again? I must have
Yeah, I'm
lost him.
still here, but I'm gonna make a quick exit here. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks.
See you later. All right. So again, great additions by Casey. This Happy Gilmore thing, guys. There's a whole riddle with Happy Gilmore, and don't forget, Trump is a huge golf fan. And I mean, think about golf. Pi eclipses. The golf ball falling into the hole is like an eclipse. Even this picture right here, you can see the way they stylized this. It almost reminds you of an eclipse, right? And remember, in Donnie Darko, he wakes up on the he wakes up on the golf course, and there's an eclipse with the head of the guy. So definitely, and look at what the writing says here. It says Happy Gilmore. He doesn't just play golf; he destroys it. Wow, interesting. All right, guys. So maybe I'll try to look more into this Happy Gilmore thing. But um, does anyone want to jump on? I guess no one is in a. All right. So would you guys rather do a community live stream tomorrow? Is no one just ready today? Let me know in the chat what you guys want to do. I want to get a community roundtable live stream here. I want to collaborate with. I want to get the community more glued together again. Everyone's kind of. So I'm just wondering, Dr. Savage, you want to come on? Numbers Weaving Reality, and Zifern, Zenith of the Alpha, 7-1, Lambda, The Illusion, Joseph Aquaviva, Decoding Our Reality, Jurassic. Uh, any one of you guys, like, or Widow's Son. I know he's also in here. Everyone's in here, but maybe everyone's just a bit shy today. But if that's the case, we can call it a stream. And I think most of the information is out there now. Dr. Savage says, let's stream during the game. Well, it's a bit late here where I'm at. My girlfriend might be annoyed if I stay up too late and talk. Uh, if I stay up too late and talk so late, because the game here is going to start at like 1 in the morning or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe if my girlfriend doesn't get super mad at me for that, I don't know. We'll see. Because the apartment we're staying in, it's kind of loud. It's kind of hard for me to talk softly. Yeah, well, maybe I don't know. I don't see anyone else in the chat raising their hand. Joseph, Illusion, Numbers Weaving Reality. Um, if there's just one or only two people, I'd rather just not do it. I want to get like a more people on here. So that's what. But again, we can always plan one of these streams, these decoder roundtables, for another time. But if no one's ready for the next couple days, we can do it some other time. Yeah, I think we'll wait till tomorrow. So if anyone has anything to share, we'll just do a stream tomorrow, I think, unless something comes up with me. Joseph, are you still in the chat? You want to jump on tomorrow and share your stuff? You got lots of stuff to share. I don't know if the illusion's even in here. But either way, guys, make sure you guys go support all the people in the community. All these people on the screen here. There's also more people, but um I need to get a better slideshow of this. But these people and then there's other people too that I can't think of right now, but lots of people. So thank you to all 276 of you who are still in the chat. Thank you for hitting the like buttons, everyone. Please hit those like buttons on the way out. And I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. And yeah, I think most of the information I wanted to share is out there now, and we'll just see what happens with the Super Bowl. And again, we're not making any predictions here. We're just showing how this is all connected with Pi and the eclipse. So yeah, I think it's a good time to yeah, we'll set up something tomorrow. And if anyone wants to jump on, please let me know in the comments of the video who's gonna come on tomorrow so I have enough people. I don't just want one and two people. I want at least three, four, five people to jump on. So all right, guys. Well, have a good day out there. Um, and hopefully you guys take care. And again, we'll see maybe tomorrow. I'll let you guys know more of the ETA, what I'm thinking. So take care, everyone, and thanks for watching. Please hit the likes on the way out. And yeah, we'll see you later. Much love.